my shorts.
This also kind of leads into a weird thing. We won't spend too long on this, but every time I see someone, every time we see like someone making a reboot or a remake or something, particularly now again, we're at this time where things that were made when I was a kid are being rebooted. The Lion King, the Animaniacs, the Rugrats. And every time this happens, you get people, probably around my age, maybe a little younger, complaining, why are you rebooting this? Why are you reviving it? Leave it dead. Don't touch it. You're recasting the voice. Why are you recasting the voice of this person, right? Okay, now let's think back. Scooby-Doo, the Flintstones, Mickey Mouse.
Yep.
They have been done over and over and over again for decades and decades, and we just take it for what it is.
Yeah,
These
that's
characters that have been around forever. Mickey Mouse, 90 years he's been around. How many reboots have there been of Mickey Mouse, really? Every single different series, every single movie, every single whatever is a reboot. There have been reboots of Scooby-Doo since 60 years, the Flintstones, whatever.
Yep.
So again, it comes down to this perception of time, that people are now seeing these movies that were made in their time being rebooted and going, you can't do that. But the stuff that was made before them has been in this continual loop. So we're at this point now where the stuff we grew up with is now getting caught in this loop where they've become like part of this echelon of classic things. That's now their time to get that reboot. And it will probably happen over and over and over again.
It seems to happen every 20 years, too, doesn't it?
Yeah, because...
Introduce a new generation.
Yeah, exactly right. Because I was going to say stuff that spawned when you were born, Flintstones, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yep.
They did the live action films when I was
That's right.
a kid.
Yeah.
So that was like the reboot for this generation. And then Scooby-Doo, there were Scooby-Doo live action films when I was a kid.
Yep.
And then there are dozens of Scooby-Doo series that have been. So particularly this on the back of the Rugrats, because I'm seeing so many people getting so angry that they're rebooting the Rugrats and in CG animation. But like
such a classic.
Yeah.
Great. Classic.
Yeah.
Such a great series.
Yeah.
Why not introduce
Terrific.
it to a
Exactly
new generation?
Right. I know. I had someone yesterday like, you can't do that. You can't. Because I did a little review on the trailer. I was like, look, this has been made for kids of today.
Yep.
It's not being made for you. They're making it for your kids to watch, but for something in there for you to enjoy while you're watching it with your kids.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? So with you going to see the Rocky and Bullwinkle movie, it wasn't made for you.
No.
It was made for me.
Exactly right.
But there was something in there that would grab you.
Nostalgia.
There's the nostalgia that was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I'm going to see Rocky and Bullwinkle on the big
and
screen.
For you with Rugrats, it'll be the nostalgia. That's why you'll watch it.
Exactly right. And the stuff like the new Star Wars sequel trilogy were made for kids because the
That's right.
Star Wars movies have always been made
That's
for
what
kids.
got you into it.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Well, I was the 90s kid who grew up with the prequels. And I loved the prequels because they were my Star Wars as a kid.
Then went back and watched the originals.
Yeah. And even then, the older people were like, no, these new movies suck. But I loved them.
Yeah.
The kids today love the Star Wars sequels. And I love them because of my connection with the older films.
So, and if you had kids now, you'd sit down and watch that new Rugrats film.
Yeah.
I used to sit and watch the Rugrats with you when you were a kid, and I loved it.
So I had someone this week getting very angry, like, don't you dare tell me this is made for kids. It's made for me. It's made for the people who love it. It's not.
No, it's not. It's
and
made
I
for
hear
kids.
this over and over again. It happened with Star Wars. It happened with whatever. I just think we got to get outside of this bubble, of this time perception that we're living in, right?
Just keep introducing it to new,
exactly
to
right.
new generations.
This is the
That's what
natural
they're doing.
progression of like star characters and stuff like that. I spoke with Rob Paulson a few weeks ago about how they brought back the original cast for the Animaniacs. Guarantee you, 20, 30 years' time, they're going to do the Animaniacs again. It's going to be a different voice cast.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people who always get mad when they replace a voice actor. They're like, how dare you do that? This voice actor has died. How can you replace the voice actor?
Because they're dead.
But at the end of the day, they've passed away. Just because they passed away doesn't mean you can't keep the character alive. Like Mickey Mouse has been voiced by like a dozen people over 90 years, probably more, however many people. And once they pass away, you pass the torch.
Exactly right.
You have to look at someone like Tommy Pickles as like a Mickey Mouse because it's this star character who has to be kept alive somehow. They're going to keep making The Simpsons. When that cast dies, they're never going to stop making The Simpsons.
No, exactly right.
That will keep going forever.
So no, and The Simpsons, the animation of that never change. But things like the Rugrats, they're presenting that in 3D animation. That's because the kids of today, that's what they've grown up with.
Yeah, yeah. People are like, oh, I can't believe why are they doing it in CG animation?
Because the kids of today have grown up with it. And in 20 years' time, if they do another one, or 25 or 30 years' time, there'll be another form.
Yeah, holographic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, holographic.
They'll be walking around your living room.
Oh, my God. Get out of here, little rugrats. Get out. Oh, that'd be weird. I think, again, it's that idea of your perception of time. You have to look at it like this is just naturally what is going to happen with like a big IP, a big franchise, classic characters. They're always going to be rebooted in some way. Like they might stop, I guess, what I would see happening with The Simpsons is probably they'll round out this series with this classic, the original voice actors, maybe 40, might go for 40 years. They'll stop making it for 10 years and then they revive it with a new cast, something. It's in some new style of wacky, modernized, kind of stylized animation. But The Simpsons will be something that goes on forever. Yeah, probably. Well, they're with Disney now, so God knows. So I think, it's one of those weird things.
And they're probably homogenized it a bit now. We haven't watched a lot of the later stuff.
No, I haven't watched it.
They've probably homogenized it quite a bit.
I think they have. I think even when I stopped watching it, they'd started to do that with it a little bit. I probably watched 15 seasons of it, maybe. I don't remember watching maybe 16. I don't know. But I remember not really liking it after season 12.
They only got up to about season 20 on disc.
They only released the first 20, and even some of those I haven't watched.
Yeah.
But there's 32 seasons at the moment, and they've been like signed up for like another 3 or something. I don't know. It's just going to keep going forever. But that's a funny thing now. I feel like the way I view The Simpsons is weird with the passing of time, because now there's more episodes that I would consider bad than there are that were good.
Yeah.
So if I consider like the first 12 seasons good, there's 20 seasons of ones that I think are bad. So is The Simpsons now a great show that went bad, or is it a bad show that was good that was good at one point? It's a great show that went bad.
It was a great show. It was a groundbreaking show.
Yeah, but now, given that there's 20 seasons of trash and 12 seasons of good stuff...
There's more shit than there is good.
There's more shit than there is good. So is it a shit show because the shit outweighs the good? Is it a shit show that started good, or is it a great show that went shit?
Great show that went shit.
Yeah, I'd like to see it that way.
That's how I like to see it. Yeah,
Even though there's more shit than good.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway... Again,
it's just a cash cow for somebody.
Oh my gosh, it is for Disney now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because
he'd still be getting Matt Groening. It'd still be.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He probably still controls it, doesn't he?
I don't think so. I don't know how involved he is anymore. I'm not sure. Maybe he is. It's so different now. Actually, Disney just announced. This is a good segue into news. I wasn't really going to talk about it, but Disney just announced that throughout the year they're going to be doing a series of Simpsons shorts, which are like parodies of Disney franchises. So they just released like a Star Wars theme one for Star Wars. It was okay. It wasn't great. But I can imagine them doing like a Marvel one or kind of meet Mickey Mouse or some, I don't know. But yeah, so there's that synergy, corporate synergy at work.
Yeah, exactly right. Integration.
Yeah. Crazy. Hey everyone, if you haven't yet, smash that big old subscribe button up on your screen to keep up to date with all my content, and hit that like button down below. Also, don't forget to check me out on social media, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon for as little as $1 a month for exclusive videos, early access content, and to get your name up on the screen. Thanks again for watching.